You feel like you've spent hours running, biking, doing all of the cardio, but when you look in the mirror, it's not really what you expected. And sure, maybe the weight is coming off, but it's leaving you tired, hungry, and you're wondering, how much longer can I really keep this up? Today, let's talk about what you should do instead. What's up, guys? I'm Justin Harris, a wellness coach based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I teach people how to get strong, eat well, and feel awesome in a sustainable way that lasts. If that sounds good to you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more. I'm out here in beautiful Lee Canyon in Mount Charleston, right before I go up to my yoga class, and it is absolutely gorgeous here. It is about 20 to 30 degrees. I think like 20 or so degrees cooler than it is down in the smoldering heat of Vegas. Our topic is on why you should look for lifting weights over cardio when you're looking to lose weight. So first off, when people start thinking about, I need to do something about my health or specifically lose weight, they look to cardio right away. That has been intrinsically placed in us through society, that when you want to lose weight, the first thing you're going to do is get on the treadmill, go out for a 4 or 5 a.m. jog, go to your running classes, go to your HIIT classes, go to your spin classes, and hey, you will lose weight. That is just total body weight. You will definitely lose weight doing that. But visually, a lot of times people, after going through this weight loss method of just doing pure cardio, their body doesn't really look the way that they had initially expected. Well, that is simply because when you are in a caloric deficit and you are doing loads and loads of cardio, your body will lose weight. But what it's doing is it's losing both fat, adipose tissue, and lean mass, which is your muscle mass. How much muscle mass potentially can be lost? Well, there are studies that show upward of 25% of the mass that you lose when you're being very cardio intensive can be muscle. Especially if you don't have your nutrition dialed in and are eating a protein-focused or protein-forward diet. So at the end of all of this effort, all of this time, you're left with that skinny fat look, where you still have proportionally about the same amount of body fat, less muscle, but just a lower number on the scale. And for some people, that is one thing that needs, like, the weight just needs to come off. However, there's a lot smarter way to do it so that you look great at the end of this weight loss phase that you're in. So why do people typically turn to cardio when they're looking to lose weight? Well, I am really happy that a lot of people understand calories. And they look and think that, hey, cardio is going to burn way more calories, right? Because there's more effort involved. Therefore, there's got to be more calories. It's funny that people will understand calories and how mechanically that works with an energy balance in the body, but they refuse to really face how they ingest too much calories. But cardio doesn't actually burn as many calories as you think. Let's say you do a 45-minute spin class, right? That's great. You go with your girls or guy friends, go out to, I don't even know, like a True Fusion. Is that what they do over there? And you might burn about 400 calories in that session. And you probably feel it, right? Like, man, I really got destroyed in that session. 400 calories, all it really takes is after that session to be just like, hey, I'm hungry now. Let's go get a bagel. Let's go get a smoothie from somewhere. Even if you think that it's a healthy smoothie, that smoothie is probably going to cancel that whole session out. You could have just eaten 400 less calories. And before people get in the comment section about the afterburn effect of either HIIT training, high intensity interval training, that a spin class might produce. That's very minimal, guys, as we go through the day afterwards, that we're going to keep burning calories at a really elevated rate. I mean, we're talking about a couple dozen calories, nothing like hundreds of calories, which people are trying to look for to lose weight. Plus, when you're doing that much cardio, especially difficult, high intensity cardio, while you're losing weight, which is already a really stressful thing for your body to be doing, you're going to increase the amount of cortisol, which is your stress hormone, decrease the amount of muscle mass, and then also decrease your resting metabolic rate. In controlled studies, they have people just lifting weights versus overtraining cardio in a caloric deficit and being protein forward. And in the comparison for them, people are losing much more body fat in weight loss by doing the lifting. Really, the thing that's going to be burning the most fat throughout your day, or burning the most calories, let's specifically say just calories for now, is going to be your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. I had to think about it for a sec. NEAT. And that's just the calories required for you to be living. Walking around, going to the bathroom, fidgeting while you're at work. I think you'll notice if you find that person that just seems to eat whatever they want and be thin, be lean for it, that they are typically a person that has a high level of NEAT, where they are moving around a lot. It's kind of that very fidgety person. So your NEAT increasing, along with a slight caloric deficit, is a great start. But when you actually add strength training into the equation, that's when you're going to get the results you're looking for. Reasons why you should strength train. So as we talked about a little bit earlier, your body is looking to reduce and take resources from any part of your body when you're in a deficit. So when you're strength training, you are sending a specific signal to your body. It's like, hey, don't take away this muscle. We have the saber-toothed tiger. I like to talk about primal and primordial stuff, us being little monkeys, and why we need nature and things like this. But you are telling your body that I need to get leaner and lighter and still be strong, or get even stronger, because we are doing this work. We are fighting off predators, or we are doing some sort of physical labor to that will keep us alive. So you are sending that signal to essentially keep muscle mass, but that energy deficit has to come from somewhere. So instead, your body is going to tap into your fat reserves, fat oxidation, lipolysis. It's going to go around looking for different parts of your body, your nervous system. You can't do that. Your muscles are going to say, hey, we're already fighting off the saber-toothed tiger. And then your fat reserves are like, we got plenty in here. Let's go ahead and use that. So there are a lot of long-term benefits to building muscle. One long-term benefit of building muscle is muscle will burn more calories at rest than other tissue types within the body. However, I think this gets a little bit overemphasized. For example, if you have 20 more pounds of muscle mass, that's, might equate to 50 or 60 extra calories a day. That does do something over the long term, but not as much if you're, trying to keep a lean body. It's more about caloric restriction and control. The better things that having more muscle mass is going to do for you is it's going to give you that higher metabolism. It's going to give you better blood sugar control, and it's actually going to give you greater bone density. So are you able to lift for longer? Are you able to exercise for longer? And thus you can keep your body composition the way you want longer. You can live better, feel better, and of course, look better. And muscle mass is directly linked to a lower probability of insulin resistance. Essentially, having more muscle mass can reduce your risk of diabetes. So people always wonder, can I lose fat and build muscle at the same time? And the answer is yes, especially if you are a beginner at the gym. How do you execute this? In order to get into that golden area of losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time, especially as a beginner, you need to be eating 1 gram of protein for your target body weight. If you are 340 pounds, you do not need to be eating 340 grams of protein. If you're looking to weigh about 180 or 190 pounds, go ahead and set it there. You also need to be doing the strength training with progressive overload. In case you don't know what that is simply you do an incline dumbbell bench press. Okay, cool. You did 20 pounds. The next week, you need to be doing 22.5 or 25-pound dumbbells and just keep on progressively increasing that. And that's really all strength training is, guys. Progressive overload is the key. Giving yourself enough protein with progressive overload, getting strong over time. There are CNS adaptations that can occur with your strength training, but the general rule is that you have to create more dense muscle fiber to get stronger. We're not talking about people that are trying to get 800-pound deadlifts and stay at 180 pounds to do something crazy like that. For your common person, if they are getting stronger, they're either adapting to the exercise slowly with their CNS, but really they're most likely building muscle mass. It's hard to find instances where that's not true. And also, age isn't a barrier for any of this. 20 years old, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, there are people in their 90s that are setting new PRs and setting new world records for deadlifts. The best time to start your strength training journey is right now. And let's talk a little bit about the mindset shift that strength training has versus just doing loads and loads of cardio. Cardio just naturally has this very punishing feeling. I ate this much, therefore I have to run this much, do all these items. Lifting, and this is just for me, guys, like some people I know don't feel this way. I think everybody, if they gave it an opportunity, will feel this way. How exciting is it when you're lifting weight and you're able to see your body grow, get stronger, achieve that video game level thing that we all gravitate towards of progression, right? Like living your life as a game, living your lifting as a game, making your RPG characters stronger every single week. 5 pounds, 10 pounds, hitting a new PR. It's about actually celebrating what your body can do rather punishing it. And strength training, especially at full lengths, is going to make your tendons feel better. It's going to relieve stress. It's going to keep you mobile into your older age. And you start going into this, how little can I eat and how little can I become, and being more like, how strong can I get? So if you want to get started on your strength training journey, I actually put together an easy beginner-friendly program that's in the description for this video. And you can get started right there. It's very, very simple. You'll be able to go into the gym, get started today with that, and you can start living in the body that you always wanted. And that's the topic for today. Remember, guys, live unapologetically well. I'm Justin Harris. See you next time.